Good day, everybody. I hope so far you have been blessed by the worship, by the musical selections, by Daniel's word, and I hope today is a wonderful day for you so far. And I was charged with giving this message, and I'm going to be speaking from my title, which is "We Were Made to Be Here." So let's begin. It says, "I was made to be here. Before I was even a thought or an idea, before I was even a dream or a prayer, I was a thought, idea, dream, and prayer." So Psalm 139 verse 16 says, "You saw me before I was born. Every day of my life was recorded in your book. Every moment was laid out before a single day had passed." So it's crazy, right? Because you, before you were a thought, before you were an idea, before you were a dream, was actually a thought and an idea and a dream. And what does that mean? Well, your parents may not have thought about you initially from the start, but God knew that you were supposed to be here. God knew that He wanted you here from the very beginning. When God thought about you, He took into consideration everything. He took into consideration the fact that you would be different. He knew you were going to have challenges. It's like the butterfly. And you know what's beautiful about the butterfly? Each butterfly is different. So today I'm going to tie in my message with the butterfly cycle, the life cycle of the butterfly. So the butterfly, like most insects, start out as an egg. Yeah, everybody know that, so that's not interesting, right? But each egg, depending on the butterfly, has a different shape. And right, so some are round, some are oval, some are ribbed. And we can tie that to Psalm 139 verse 14, where it says, "Thank you for making me so wonderfully complex. Your workmanship is marvelous. How well I know it." See, when God was making you, He didn't want you to look like everybody else. There was something different. There is something different about each and every one of us. So when we were the egg and the sperm, there was something that was going to be different about us from the start, just like the butterfly. So you, like the butterfly, was formed in the womb to be different. God did not lack creativity when He thought about creating us. He made us unique. He made us different. He knew that some of us would have big hands, some would have small feet, some would be short, some would be tall, some would be slender, some would be thick. But we were always a creative idea in the Father's mind. He thought about every part of us down to the details of our toes. All right, so we're moving on to the next phase. Now, God didn't intend for us to be a baby forever. He didn't intend for us to just stay an egg forever. He didn't intend for the butterfly to just be an egg. It had to grow. And right, so He made us with the intent of growing, no matter how that looks. God placed things inside of us for some things that He wants to do, and that would take me to the second phase, which is the caterpillar. Now, this is a temporary phase, and they usually just eat. Yeah, this is the phase where you, like the caterpillar, is being fed. In this time of your life, whether from a toddler to an infant to primary school stages, you are being fed with life lessons. You are being fed with school lessons. You are being fed with the church, Bible lesson, biblical lessons, whatever it is during this time of your life, you are eating. In other words, taking in the experience of why you were put here. Interestingly, the caterpillar also eats from the leaf it is hatched on. Since they're too small to travel, they have to be planted on the leaves they are willing to eat. It's like our parents. It's like us. Our parents have the responsibility to ensure that we are planted on things that will sustain us, things that we should eat. We are placed in places where where they know what's best and what will carry us through. So, interestingly also, the more that they eat, the more they grow, the caterpillar that is. And the more they start to expand, and the more they shed their outgrown skin while it grows. Interestingly, this happens to us too. The more we are fed, whether food or the word, the more we grow. The more we start to shed our old habits and our old ways, the more we start to learn new things, the more we start to develop, and we start to step into the idea of who we are to become. And then the caterpillar is done growing, right? And now it's in the most popular stage as we know it. And everybody knows this phase because it's the metamorphosis phase. Just like us, we are finished with college, we're finished with high school, primary school, we're moving on to our next stage. So now the butterfly is formed into a pupa. And God knew that what the caterpillar had to go through before it was going to happen. God knew that what we had to go through before we had to go through